Okay, so let's talk about something I think a lot of insurance agents might be feeling. You feel like you're doing everything right, got the agency running smoothly, but maybe the phone just isn't ringing quite as much as you expected.
That's a really common scenario, actually.
Hmm.
In today's world, especially online, just having a website, even a great one, well, it's just step one, isn't it?
Exactly. It's not enough. The real challenge now is being easily found by the people who are actively looking for insurance right now.
And that landscape is changing fast.
Hmm.
We're talking about AI assistants now, things like ChatGPT, Gemini, you know the ones. They're becoming these new gatekeepers for information.
Gatekeepers, that's a good way to put it. They understand context, they pull answers together from sources they trust. So this deep dive, it's all about making sure your agency shows up as one of those trusted sources.
And you know what the foundation for that trust often is? It sounds almost too simple.
Go on.
It's your NIP, your name, address, phone number.
Ah, the basics. So getting that NIP consistent everywhere online, that's the absolute first step.
It's crucial. Think of it like your agency's digital ID card. If the details on that card change depending on where someone looks, well, that's confusing.
Right, it raises red flags for search engines, for these AI tools, and ultimately it hurts your visibility. You just don't look reliable.
Precisely. If the basic details are inconsistent, it erodes trust before a potential client even contacts you. And as we'll get into, that has huge implications, especially for attracting local business.
Okay, let's zoom in on that local search aspect then, because the numbers here are pretty eye-opening. Something like, what, 4 out of 5 consumers use search engines for local info?
That's right. And get this, 87% start their hunt for services online. They're typing in insurance agent near me or similar phrases
And they're ready to act fast, aren't they? I saw a stat that, like, over 3/4 of people doing those New Me searches actually visit a local business within a day.
within one day.
Yeah.
That's incredibly high intent. They need insurance, probably now, and they're looking right in their neighborhood.
So if you're not showing up prominently for those local searches, you're missing out big time.
You're practically invisible at the exact moment someone's ready to buy.
Yeah.
That consistency we talked about, the NAP, it directly feeds into whether you show up reliably in those local results.
And let's be clear, inconsistent NAP isn't just a small hiccup. It's, well, you really can't afford it. The consequences are pretty severe.
Oh, absolutely. We're talking about a potential 80% drop in consumer trust if your details are wrong online. Think about that.
80%. And I think I read somewhere that over 60% of customers will just plain avoid businesses if they find incorrect listings.
It makes sense. It's frustrating for them. Nearly everyone finds it annoying. And from a technical SEO standpoint, it directly impacts your local ranking. It can swing things quite a bit.
Yeah, it's seen as a key local ranking factor, and it definitely confuses the AI, like we mentioned. Leads to missed calls, missed emails, just lost opportunities because the contact info is unreliable.
So the logical next question is, okay, how does an agency actually manage this? Keep everything consistent across, the entire internet. It seems daunting.
It does. Which brings us to a potential solution. These specialized insurance-focused directory networks.
Right. So instead of just listing on generic sites, the idea is you become part of a network, maybe 30 or more high-quality directories that are specifically about insurance.
Okay, I see. So you're hitting platforms where people looking for insurance are more likely to be anyway, and ensuring your NAP is correct across those relevant places.
Exactly. It concentrates your effort where it matters most for your industry.
And the benefits of that niche approach, what are we looking at?
Well, first off, better visibility. Not just in regular Google searches, but also making you a more reliable source for those AI assistants. Remember, high-ranking, consistent content gets cited more often by AI.
Makes sense. And stronger local SEO too, I assume, for those home insurance, anytown type searches.
Definitely. Helps you climb the rankings for those specific terms, and crucially, improves your chances of landing in that Google local pack, the map results at the top.
Oh yeah, the map pack. Isn't that where a huge chunk of the clicks go for local searches?
Something like 42%. So being there is a massive advantage. Plus, being listed consistently on reputable insurance sites just builds credibility. It makes you look more professional, more trustworthy.
And what about the leads themselves? Are they different coming from these niche directories?
That's another key point. People visiting an insurance-specific directory, they generally have much higher intent. They're not just browsing businesses. They're actively looking for insurance solutions.
So potentially better quality leads, leads that are more likely to convert.
Potentially, yes. Some data suggests conversion rates could be maybe 22% higher compared to leads from general directories, the network essentially acts like a filter, bringing you more qualified prospects.
Okay, so better visibility, stronger SEO, more trust, higher quality leads. Anything else?
Yeah, there are other knock-on benefits too. You get valuable backlinks to your main website from these directories, which helps your overall site authority with search engines.
Right, SEO juice.
Exactly. Plus, consistent branding across all these sites boosts recognition. Seeing your logo and name consistently can really lift brand recall.
And reputation management. Does it help there?
It does because you're visible on more relevant platforms where people might leave reviews.
Hmm.
And responding to reviews is huge. Something like 88% of consumers are more likely to choose a business that actually engages with reviewers.
Good point. And finally, all this consistent data must help with other platforms too, like maps, voice search.
Absolutely. Think about asking Siri or Alexa for an insurance agent, or using Google Maps. Consistent, accurate data makes you more discoverable across all these platforms. Listings with images even get more direction requests on maps. It all ties together.
So bringing it all together then, the main takeaway seems pretty clear.
Yeah, at the end of the day, being discoverable online, especially to local clients, and increasingly to AI, it really hinges on having accurate, consistent basic information, your NAP, spread across the right online places.
And these premier insurance directory networks offer a focused way to tackle that challenge, making sure your details are correct on dozens of industry-specific sites at once.
It's about building that solid, trustworthy digital foundation efficiently.
Okay, so the final thought for you, the listener, is this. How confident are you really that your agency is visible and seen as trustworthy in this new digital landscape? Are you set up to capture those high-intent local clients who are searching right now? Maybe take a moment and think. What steps could you take starting today to make sure that digital foundation, starting with your NAP, is absolutely rock solid? Definitely some food for thought.